going on, YouTube? We back with another one. Alright, so first thing I want to talk about is I want to give a shout out to Gizama Luke. I think I'm killing your name right now, but shout out to this person right here that just subscribed to me. Everything you said, bro, these are the type of comments that make me want to keep going and give me motivation to keep pushing out content and giving y'all stuff to watch. I just want to say I appreciate you, man. You know, y'all are welcome to comment down below. Any type of tips or suggestions or just any feedback, period. Take it all into consideration. Welcome to the family. Glad you're a part, and I'm glad that you are with us in this series right now. Today is day 7, guys. Day 7. We got a lot to talk about. We're gonna go into the office. I don't really got much to say because I really didn't do that much today. I just went to class, came back home, ate, did what I had to do, and now I'm talking to y'all. So we're gonna get up in the office a little early today. We're gonna talk about Candyman, 1992 that we just watched. Then we're gonna get into the other movie that we watching tonight. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned and follow me. Oh, my hands are ashy. I can't make a video with no ashy hands. Step into my office. What's up with the YouTube? It's your boy Lil Josh, and you watching Biz Entertainment. Y'all know what's going on, and we're back with another one, gang. Today is day 7 of Scaretober, Vlogtober, 31 days of scary movies, man. Presented to you by the one and only Bizzle Entertainment. Let's get straight to it, man. First things first. The movie that we watched last night was Candyman of 1922. Now, so Candyman of 1922 is another slasher film. As I told y'all before, we going back to the slasher films. We done made a full circle. Now we back to our slasher films. Candyman is a movie that I've always heard about. I don't think I've watched this one, but I watched the newest one that came out. So this was my first time seeing 1992 Candyman, and honestly, I got a lot to say about it. It was a lot of good, cinematography and videography. I feel like the shots, that they used and everything like that was pretty good. The dialogue was good, actors were good. I really liked the Candyman character. I liked how he was very mysterious like, and the voice that they gave him in the movie was a pretty cool voice.
Be my victim. I am the writing on the wall, the whisper in the classroom. Without these things, I am nothing. So now I must shed innocent blood.
I liked how he dressed. He wasn't like the typical horror scary movie villain. Like, he kind of looked like I don't know. I just really liked his character. The hook for the hand and everything like that. I just really liked it really gave like a urban legend. I really enjoyed looking at his character. There was some cool shots in there. Like, you can tell the setup team, like the background and everything like that, the scenes and things, they did a really good job at making it look very like I don't know, man. It just looked really good. Like, it really made it scary, but it just had a lot of mysterious things going on with the backgrounds, and just having the actors walk through, and the camera angles that they were using, it just all summed it up to make it look really good.
But I'm afraid.
Do you fear the pain or what is beyond?
Both.
The pain, I can assure you, will be exquisite. As for our deaths, there is nothing to fear.
The plot was a good plot. Watching this movie starting off, I really had like high expectations for it. Like, as I started watching it, I really had high expectations for it. It had for it to be a slasher film, it had a lot of gore and things like that in there, but it really matched. It went well with the film. Everything like that was on par. Now, with me personally, I feel like you can't have a good start to a movie, a good middle section, and then have a bad ending. I feel like that bad ending would mess everything else up for this film. Just give it a complete ending. It just has to be complete. It doesn't have to be the greatest, end with a bang ending, but it needs to complete everything else that we just watched. It shouldn't leave me with questions and being confused on what's going on. So with that being said, we're finna get into the bad. Now, the bad of this movie, what really made me kind of, I ain't gonna say not like the movie, but I kind of turned away from, it kind of changed my review. Like, they was on the fence of whether they wanted the Candyman to be a ghost or a real live person. And I say that because throughout the movie, especially when we first see Candyman, he comes off as like a spirit, like a ghost that's haunting people type of thing. Because nobody really sees him. Some people believe, some people don't. But there's evidence that he is, unaliving people. So it's like, okay, when you first watch it, you're thinking, okay, he is spirit, But they have different, like the ending kind of contradicts all of this. So what I'm saying is, there was a scene where he was, I guess he possessed the girl or something like that, and she kept doing stuff, and he was like framing her for like murders and things like that. But there was a hospital scene where he came to her, and she was freaking out and screaming and stuff like that. And when they went back and watched the cameras, it was nobody there. So that right there makes you feel like, okay, this is a ghost that we watching. Okay, cool. Then there's another scene where he opens up his coat and his body he has a decomposed corpse. Like, everything's rotting, and it makes you see, you start to think, okay, this is a ghost because all these things, he teleporting. He even jumped out the window and started flying. So it's like, okay, this is a ghost. This is not a real person. This is not a living, breathing human being. So when you get to the end, he ends up dying spoiler alert. You get to the end, he ends up dying in a fire because he burned to death. Because the people of the building, they set him on fire. So it's like, how is he getting burnt alive if he's never alive? Is he alive or is he not? So that right there is something that I didn't like. And that kind of just messed up my taste for the whole movie. It was going good until I saw that, and I was just like, that don't make sense. Like, it's a scary movie, so we know it's like a fantasy. It's not real. I'm not saying it has to be realistic. It just has to make sense. Him being a ghost and then dying in the fire, that doesn't make sense. Now, if it's a spiritual fire, that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? Or if he's alive, then let him be alive. If he's dead, let him be dead. He can't be in between. It don't make sense. And then the last thing, so the woman that everybody thought was the real Candyman because she kept getting framed for stuff, she had a hook with her and all that. So everybody didn't like her because they thought she was just running around killing everybody. But she goes into this fire, she saves the baby, and now everybody loves her. They show up at the funeral, everybody loves her. So it's like, so all the other stuff she did, y'all cool with that because she saved the baby? We weren't really feeling that. All of that stuff happened at the end, and that's why I say like the ending just kind of messed up the rest of the movie for me. It just has to be a complete ending. It has to be an ending that makes sense to me. That's how I feel. With all that being said, the rating that I give this movie, Candyman 1992, is a 6.7 out of 10. Oddly enough, that's the rating that IMDb gave this movie too, which is kind of crazy. I personally give it a 6.7 out of 10. It would have been way better and higher if the ending wasn't like how it was. That's just me personally. Wasn't a bad movie, but I feel like they could have did the ending better to make this a complete, solid movie. The movie that's at the top right now is The Ring of 2002, which had an 8.7 out of 10. So that movie is beating all the other movies by a good little margin right now. So we're gonna see if we catch a movie that's gonna get up with it. On to the next movie, which is An American Werewolf in London. I've never heard of this movie in my life, but we're gonna watch it. So let's see what this film is about. came out in 1981. So we kind of around the same year with these older movies. They all around the same time, 1980s, 1990s. This one came out in 1981. And we're going to read the overview of this movie so we can see what we're getting ourselves into. The overview says, David and Jack, two American college students, are backpacking through Britain when a large wolf attacks them. David survives with a bite, but Jack is brutally killed. As David heals in the hospital, he's plagued by violent nightmares of his mutilated friend, who warns David that he is becoming a werewolf. When David discovers the horrible truth, he contemplates committing suicide before the next full moon causes him to transform from man to murderous beast. Okay, the director that we have for this movie is John Landis. There is a sequel to this movie. It has awards, an academic award for best makeup and hairstyling. Okay, so I'm expected to see some good looking monsters in here. Screenplay by John Landis. Okay. This has a rated R, so it must be pretty violent. But we're gonna see what this movie is talking about. This is the movie that we're watching tonight, An American Werewolf in London. So y'all make sure y'all watch it with me, so we can come back tomorrow with the review on how this movie is. But yeah, that's all that I got for y'all today, man. We keeping it going. We on day 7. We're going all the way to 31. We are going all the way to 31. And I appreciate any and everybody that is joining me on this journey. Anybody that's came along or anybody that has been, subscribed to the channel. Appreciate all the new subscribers and people that are supporting me. I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all keep hitting that like button. Comment down below any inputs that you have with these movies. Check out my other socials. My Twitch, TikTok, subscribe to the YouTube, and then my Snapchat right there as well. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for watching. It's your boy Lil Josh. You watching Biz Entertainment, and I'm out, man.